Привет! Today we're going to take the most popular and the most loved Russian folklore song of all times, Ой, то не вечер, то не вечер. It was first written down from the words of 75-year-old Cossac in 1880s, and who knows how many decades or even centuries it was around before that. We call it Народная песня, which means people's song. It belongs to people. It also a walkout song for mixed martial art world champion Fyodor Emelianenko. I heard people say there is bad prediction in this song, ominous sign. This is not a song to enter the fight. I see completely the opposite. I think this is exactly the song to enter the fight. It brings you tremendous primordial strength within you suddenly. But you can judge for yourself in the end of this video. We're going to take this song and break down into sentences and translate one by one. Then we're gonna watch two different versions of this song, and then we're gonna resume and try to see if this is the song that brings you death or this is the song that makes you victorious. Good thing about Russian folklore songs is they stretch in the words with a specific rhythm, harmoniously with your body and breath. So after saying those words that way, your speech will be more natural, without much effort, and you won't be afraid of those long, big words anymore, because you will see that they're not so big after all. I have a technique. Хорошо? Давайте.
Ой, то не вечер, то не вечер.
Ой, то не вечер. Вечер means evening. Evening, so we have evening here, evening here. Не, not evening. And to means it's evening, but it's not an evening. It's like in between the twilight. Why he's saying this? Because he going into sleep. То не вечер, то не вечер.
Ой, то не вечер, то не вечер. Ой, то не вечер, то не вечер. Мне малым-мало спалось.
Мне малым-мало спалось. Малым-мало. Мало in Russian means little or small, few. Мало. And look like he's playing with this word. Малым-мало means little here, little there. Спалось. One is derived from the verb spать, which in a dictionary you can see in this form, to sleep. It's all like he wanted to say that he slept a bit. Right? Instead of t ending, we have this ending malo, which signifies that it's past tense for neutral gender, it. We know that masculine L, feminine la, plural li, and neutral gonna be lo. So here we have it. Why it's neutral gender if he's talking about himself? That's interesting. So he wants to say that it was, right? Because this one is past tense for it. It was sleeping, or it slept. That's fine, but then we have this here, reflexive ending. Why reflexive ending is here? Something happening within the person. Plus мне, to me. Мне спалось. It's almost like the sleep came to me. It collapsed on myself. The sleep was collapsing on me. Asleep, мне спалось. I was asleep. but not quite. Мне малым мало спалось.
Мне малым мало спалось. Мне малым мало спалось. Ой, да во сне привиделось.
Да, во сне привиделось. Okay, да. Sometimes in between the sentence can be end, like connecting. Во сне, in the dream. Да, во сне. This is really long verb. Derives from the verb видеть, which means see, to see. Видеть. Now we know it's a reflexive verb, and we also have this here. Привиделось. При means close, kinda. Привиделось, it almost like you can translate seems. Instead of see clearly, you can see that it seemed to you. Seemed. Not really, you didn't really see it. При. Then, lo here means that it's it and it's past tense. It seemed to me. Here, reflexive verb again. It coming back to the person inside it. Was. So this is actually a story. It started from one verb and then all these little particles come to create a long verb, which actually telling you the story that in his dream he sees something but not really clear. It's almost like it seemed. При. Да, во сне привиделось.
Ой, да во сне привиделось. Ой, да во сне привиделось. Мне во сне привиделось.
Мне, to me. It seemed to me in my dream that
Мне во сне привиделось, будто конь мой вороной.
будто, as if, like, будто, as if. Конь mean horse. Мой, mine, my. Okay, конь, it's a masculine gender. Soft sign can be either masculine or feminine. We need to look at the dictionary. Dictionary says it's masculine gender. So pronoun should be masculine to match our noun, which is in masculine gender. Конь мой, my horse. And вороной also in masculine gender because all these guys need to match our noun here. Вороной means raven or black, like really black. Normally when you describe a horse, say вороной. It seemed to him in a dream as if my raven black horse, будто конь мой вороной.
Конь мой вороной. Будто конь мой вороной. Разыгрался, расплясался. Ой, разрезвился подо мной.
Разыгрался, расплясался, разрезвился подо мной. He went playful, he went dancing, he went high-spirited under me. Look at these long words like this, look very intimidating. But if you look closer, you will see that this is a reflexive ending here, and this is just particle. So they came here, they extras. So this particle here and this particle here, they initially doesn't belong to this verb itself. The same here. Reflexive verb, and this is particle here. Let's go to the very basic first. We're gonna get rid of those for now. So what's left? Играл, плясал, резвил, which mean he played, because L responsible for past tense in masculine gender. Who played? Horse, which is конь. That's right, it's masculine gender. So конь играл, конь danced, конь excited. Плясал, he danced, hoped, and резвил, he excited. Alright, let's go even further. Let's go to the very basic of this verb. We're gonna take away this L, okay? And make it just into basic form, like in a dictionary. Играть. Плясать. Резвить. In this case, all the genders, everything, all the personalities, they're not here anymore, so it's just in general. To play, to dance, to hope, and to high spirit, to excite. Okay, so there's nothing personal here anymore, just basic form from the dictionary. Конь, it's a noun in masculine gender. In this sentence is the main character. I want to say конь played, he danced, he went excited. How would I say this? I'm gonna take away the ending and put L on top. Играл, плясал, резвил. Now we have our horse here. Играл, played again. Плясал, danced, hoped. Резвил, excited. Let's get rid of those. Let's put it closer here. Резвил. Okay, good. Remember in the song, играл са, плясал са, резвил са. It's reflexive ending. What does it mean? Why it's here? Плясал са. Reflexive ending, like personal reflexive ending, normally signified itself. Really rough translation. Itself. In this case, it's конь masculine gender, so it's gonna be himself. Okay, himself. What himself? He got himself into play. Another word, he went playful. Плясался. He got himself into dance. He went dancing, hoping. Резвился, himself. He got himself into excitement. He got himself ecstatic. So he went high spirit. You see the difference? So now we see the picture. So this is our picture. It started from the basic, right? So he played, he danced, he excited. Now that we put ся here, our picture changed to He got himself into play. He got himself into dancing. Alright. We still have this part missing here though, which is раз. Раз игрался. Раз плясался. Раз резвился. What this particle mean? Why it came and stay here up front, the verb? So it brings some extra information also. If you ask Russian person to explain раз without words in the movement, it will look something like раз. You know Russian folklore dancing? When they're doing this, it's a раз. Sometimes they even help themselves with this word. They say, when they're dancing, they say раз. So for Russian person, it's so entrenched in your mind, it's almost reacts with your body. Your body reacts to this on a physical level. Раскрывать, unfold. Untied in Russian will be развязать. So, раз, something sudden, you open, release it, you won't stop it. Such a force. Remember Rasputin? Раз. He notoriously famous for being loose and being Rasputin. It's almost associated with being loose, kind of like you. So it looks something like раз, release, раз, release.
Надо их раз, да что ты, да еще раз, да что ты, много раз.
Раскрывать. So now, with this, the picture gonna change to he throw himself into dance. Throw. And because it's past tense, so he threw himself into play. He threw himself into dance. He threw himself into ecstasy, into high spirit. So now with this, it's another picture. Now we can see entire picture. We see the middle, he played. Then we see that he got himself into play, like nobody forced him. Nobody forced him who got himself into play. And then раз, sudden release. So this one gives us extra strength, extra energy, and something sudden. Okay, now we have it. Разыгрался. He threw himself into playful mood, he became playful. Расплясался, he threw himself into dancing, he became dance itself. Okay? Разрезвился, he went ecstatic, he threw himself into ecstasy. So this brings you now the whole picture, and the picture now looks something like this. Разыгрался, расплясался, разрезвился подо мной.
Разыгрался, расплясался, разрезвился подо мной.
What folklore Russian song does, they stretching the word. They stretching it gradually. It's a specific rhythm to it, so the whole picture unfolds in front of you, kind of conjure this image for you in your head when they singing it. So folklore song has its own magical power. Разыгрался, расплясался, разрезвился подо мной.
Разыгрался, расплясался, ой, разрезвился подо мной. Разыгрался, расплясался.
under, and he's singing Pada mной, under me, underneath me. And you see that there is extra letter here, Pada mной. Why is that? Easier to sing like this. Pada mной rather than Pad mной, right? He went dancing, he went alive under me. Догадлив был. Был derives from the verb быть, to be. This is a past tense of to be, so was, isn't it? Was. Who was? We know that masculine gender because it's L on the end and not love, for example. Lights for feminine. Okay, now we established that was masculine gender, which is true because Yisau is a captain, consonant here, which masculine gender. So masculine here. And also the adjective would describe captain as a witty one, smarty pants, masculine as well because it's consonant. If we want to say that girl was witty, we would put a here. But no, we're talking about the captain. And Isau, it's not captain in the contemporary language. It's more for Kazakhs, the captain of Kazakhs. They call it Исаул. Догадлив был. Исаул was the witty one. Сумел сон мой разгадать. Okay, сон мой, my dream. Masculine here, my dream. In Russian, you can swap words around, it will be the same meaning. That's why you can put this one first and then third, it doesn't matter. So don't be confused that word order, it's not like in English, but that's okay. Он сумел. Он is he, so it's masculine gender. And this is a past tense, masculine gender as well, ending on ола. So all matching here. Он сумел, he could, разгадать. If I take away this for a moment, гадать means guess. Гадать. If I put разгадать, remember Rasputin? Something that you open and it's unfolded. Разгадать means solve, resolve, unravel, unguess. So, who are they talking about? Who can solve this dream? Yisau. Remember Yisau? Yisau, the one who could unravel his dream. Он сумел сон мой разгадать. And because this verb is already changed, the second verb stays in the basic form. We don't need to change this one because the first one already changed. Он сумел разгадать. He could resolve. Resolve what? My dream, мой сон. So he predicted him. He explained him his dream. Он сумел сон мой разгадать.
Он сумел сон мой разгадать. Он сумел сон мой разгадать. Пропадет он, говорил, твоя буйная голова.
Пропадет, он говорил, твоя буйна голова. He told that your hot-blooded, reckless head will be lost. You will lose it. Other words, you're gonna be dead. Пропадет, он говорил, твоя буйна голова. Okay, if we take away пропадет, падет means it's a perfective of the future form, will be fallen, fall down, fall. If we put пропадет, it's more like will be wasted, will be lost. And if somebody says something like this to you, that days of our ancestors, it actually mean literally that you're gonna lose your head. You're gonna be dead. See, we see yod here. Yod signifies it, or she or he. In this case, it's she because it's голова. Голова in Russian is she. Why? Not because it's a person, because it's a feminine gender. So he's talking about head that's gonna be lost. That's why it's yod ending here. Because it, she, and he, we have yet ending or yod ending. In this case, it's yod because it's easier to sing. Пропадет, it, head, will be lost, will be fallen, dead. Говорил, we see that it's il here, which signifies that it's a past tense and it's a masculine past tense, that somebody who was saying this to him, he was a male, so yes, it's true, he. Он говорил. Он, it's Esau, captain, he was saying. Он говорил. We have a sentence, your hot-blooded, reckless head. In this sentence, the boss is голова, it's a noun. A noun is always the boss. Wherever noun is, everything becomes the same gender. Let's say голова, it's a feminine gender because it's ending on a. Everything here should be feminine. Let's check. Твоя, yours, becomes feminine. Буйна, hot-blooded, has a on the end, which is feminine as well. So everything matching, perfect. Normally it should be ya here, буйная, but in the songs it sounds more romantic. Make it short adjective. Буйна голова. He had this bad dream, but premonition that the wind came in the song, like evil spirits, and Esau was saying to him, пропадет твоя буйна голова. You will lose your reckless head. Bad prediction.
Пропадет, он говорил, твоя буйна голова.
Пропадет, он говорил, твоя буйна голова. Пропадет, он
Налетели ветры злые. Evil winds flew at me. They attacked me from the sky. I was surrounded by evil winds. I was engulfed in these evil spirits. Налетели. It's a long verb. We're gonna make it shorter because this one is just a particle. It initially doesn't belong to the verb, so we'll just hide it for a moment. What is left? Летели. Okay, li on the end, which signified that it's past tense for plural. What is plural? Something plural that flew at me. And this is true. Wings. A on the end, which made it plural. And in Russian, plural not only nouns, but adjective as well. So evil become plural as well. You see here, и and и in the same, they match now. So ветры злые, evil winds, plural, plural. And our verb that they flew at me becomes plural as well. If I open that, налетели. На, it's particle that normally we use, let's say, cover something. If I do that, накрывать, covering something, like накрывать. So in this case, they not just flew, they flew at and cover you with the wings, almost like attack you from the sky. So this is на. Налетели.
Налетели ветры злые, налетели ветры злые, да с восточной стороны.
Да, с восточной стороны. And from the eastern side. You can see that they changed the endings. This is not their real endings. The noun is way, side. So if you're gonna look up this word in a dictionary, стороны, you're not gonna find it there because the actual word is сторона, which is a feminine gender. And you see the straight away eastern adjective copy it and becomes feminine as well. All right. Why the eastern side changed the ending to e and oi? That it's e on that, so probably it's plural, but it's not a plural because if it was a plural, adjective would have copied straight away, plural ending, but it didn't copy it, so it's something else. What can it be? The winds was coming from the eastern side. From. If something coming from, noun gonna change from a to e, and the adjective gonna change from aya to oi. Always. Let's reinforce it, and let's take another nouns of feminine gender and try. Moskva, Moscow, Россия, Russia. From Moscow, s, from, then I'm changing a to e. And I'm changing ya to e, which is a similar sister letter, plus it's easier to say after this letter here. С Москвы, с России, from Moscow, from Russia, with love. Okay, let's come back to the winds that coming from the eastern side. They're not coming with love. Да, с восточной стороны.
Да с восточной стороны, да с восточной стороны, и сорвали черную шапку.
И сорвали черную шапку and ripped off black hat. We see that there is li here, which is plural for past tense. It means that it's something plural that ripped off black hat from my head. And we know that he was singing about winds. Ветры. Remember? Ветры злые. evil winds, they ripped off black head. Сорвали черную шапку. Here, okay, черный. This is a basic form of black. And шапка, this is the basic form of hat. This one is masculine and this one is feminine. Here, instead of this ending, we see U. Why? Because in Russian language, it's a case where if you do something with the word of feminine gender, let's say шапка, if you want to sweep it away, if you want to cut it, if you love it, if you hate it, whatever you want to do with the шапка becomes U on the end. Let's say машина. I love my car. Ooh. I hate my car. Ooh. I want to fix my car. Ooh. I want to sell my car. Ooh on the end. It's like, the car say, ooh. Okay, if you want to fix it, love it, hate it, if you want to eat it, some action, these evil winds, they want to rip off head from the head. Feminine gender word, A becomes U. So, черная, because this one is a feminine gender, we need to make this into feminine first. This black becomes feminine as well. Now we're gonna change it to U. So they're both in the same group, hold each other. They ripped off, sweep away black head. Черную шапку. So шапка becomes U as, I'm so scared that you're gonna rip me off. Evil winds. Scary. Шапку. И сорвали черную шапку.
И сорвали черную шапку, и сорвали черную шапку с моей буйной головы.
С моей буйной головы. From my reckless head. So this evil winds, they came suddenly and they swap away my head from my reckless head. Ending change here also. Let's see why. Okay. First thing we need to detect a noun, because noun is a core to all the structure. Okay, even if it's first, second or third, doesn't matter. All you need to do, detect the noun. Noun is here, head. Why it's A on the end? Голова, it's a basic form in a dictionary, head, which is feminine gender, right? And here it's A, but it's not plural. Буйна, we need to match буйный to feminine gender. We make it feminine to match голова. Okay? And моей, my, we make it feminine as well. So now we have it. Feminine, feminine, feminine. My reckless head. But we have a case here when we need to say from, of my reckless head. From. So this is completely different story now. It's a different case. When we want to say something from or of, we need to change everything. We need to change feminine gender to. Голова becomes головы. Буйна becomes буйной, adjective. And моя becomes моей. So all this changed just because we have this up front. From, of my hot-blooded head, of my restless head. С моей буйной головы.
С моей буйной головы. И сорвали черную шапку с моей буйной головы.
ой, да во сне привиделась, а мне во сне привиделась, а я будто так не моя вороно. Разыгралась, расплясался, ой, разрезавелась подо мной. Разыгралась, расплясался, ой, разрезавелась подо мной. Садочиной стороны, и сорвали черную шапку, я сама ей буйной головы, и сорвали черную шапку, я сама ей буйной головы. Ой, да не вечер, а мне малым мало спалось, мне малым мало спалось, ой, да во сне привиделась, а мне малым мало спалось, ой, да во сне привиделась. Ой, то не вечер, то не вечер, вечер, ой, мне малым мало спалось, мне малым мало спалось, ой, да во сне привиделась, ой, мне малым мало спалось, ой, да во сне привиделась.
So for me, there is a really thin line in the song. You can draw a line where you're gonna put your attention to what your soul telling you. It not necessarily need to be a person to give us doubts. It can be our own thoughts in our heads, our doubts, that you can believe them and go on that side and lose your head. Honestly, from when I was a child, I never heard in this song, "You're gonna lose your head." This song was always associated with this horse, with this animalistic strength of from the horse, natural, that how he went playful, he running on the field and he's playing. Разыгрался, расплясался, разрезвился подо мной. I think everybody listened to this, but apparently somebody told me recently that there is a bad prediction in the song. This is not the song to walk the fight. I say, why? This is, you will lose your head. Well, it never interested me. If you're gonna put your attention to what your soul saying, you're probably gonna lose your head, right? But if you put your attention to the strength, the horse, you will have the strength. I think when he's walking to the fight with this song, like he's not alone, it's people's song is all made of, warriors, Cossacks. And I think when he walks to the fight, he doesn't walk alone. He walks as a million of those Cossacks behind his back. He has a back. How can you not be victorious with this picture in your mind? Plus, in the end, то не вечер, and we have a Russian phrase, еще не вечер, which means it's not over yet. Little hints, they close in the song with the phrase то во сне привиделось. It just seemed. It's not a reality, and it's up to you to make it a reality. Yeah. So that's why it's hard to translate and convey the sense, because it's almost the song talking to you on your subliminal level, all these premonition thoughts and how you choose. It's not necessarily need to happen something epic to have a battle. I think we all have battles in our heads. Like before I made this video, I was walking to my car thinking like in a song, the winds came to me, the soul came to me, like you can say it wherever, the thoughts came to me saying that you're not gonna make it right. It sounds great in Russian, it's not gonna sound great in different language. It's almost mentality. How can I put all three levels, emotion, history, language, I felt I couldn't breathe. That's how powerful these little thoughts are. And I was thinking this while walking to my car, and then I saw parking fine, $88. I never had parking fine before in my life. I could park in a red square. Nobody noticed my car. And I thought, bad luck started already. Here you go. On top of my heart-wrenching predicament, I had this on top of that. The mood is ruined, but I thought, I'm gonna do it. If it's gonna be good, it's gonna be good. If it's gonna be bad, it's gonna be bad. What can you do? So thoughts, doubts, they come at you saying, stay out of it, and it's getting better. It's getting really offensive, like you Alice in Wonderland, when you're gonna think straight, And I'm okay with these thoughts because they're obvious, they're very easy to detect, they stand out of your normal train of thoughts. But those thoughts, that subtle ones, they are very hard to detect because they act almost as they care, like, oh, why you need to do this. Russian people, they tear you apart for that. They will find some faults, do something else. Or something like, this song wasn't translated for a reason, you're going to ruin this. But the only thing that tells me that those thoughts were wrong, something wrong with them, they brings you down, you have a bad mood, you're all concerned, oh my god. So there's two thoughts, I need to do this, I don't need to do this. And I like this video, I like that reaction. Well, if these thoughts like doubts come to you, you don't fight them, you just observe them, you hear whatever they say, and then you say, wait a minute. It's not that it's not interesting or scary what you're saying, it is, and then you draw your gun, and then you say, до свидания, I need to go, I have things to do. Something like that.
А Исаул мой догадливый был, он сумел сон мой разгадать. Пропадет он, говорит, твоя буйная голова. Пропадет он, говорит, твоя буйная голова.
Said my car was near my house, as if they care. But you know what? Response came, and they canceled my fine. До свидания.